In Fake It Till You Make It news.
Uh-oh.
Submitted by Bartopolis Villain.
Bartropolis.
Bartropolis. It actually.
But they spelled it Bartopolis.
Bartopolis.
They fucked it up.
Damn.
We gotta figure out where Bartropolis is.
Well, where's Jamalia?
Well, is it in relevant?
Relation?
Yeah, relation to Jamalia. Where is?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So is it in Jamalia or is it
like
a
it's in-
town outside or where?
It's within your kingdom?
I thought it was within your kingdom.
Yeah, is it within the realm?
It's south of Steve City.
I have no idea.
That's what it is.
Steve City.
Yeah, Steve City. It's tight. Oh, it's tight. I'll tell you about it someday. It's great. Steve City's great. It's really coming up too.
Next to the David River.
You just get a river?
I know, not a whole city.
I don't want to control anything. I just want to give water to everybody.
He just has fish.
I do picture a Dave. It's like a lazy river.
Yeah.
Like everyone's in tubes, just hanging out, and then you get like a soda, and you get like chips, and you just.
Yep.
I feel like it's like the LA River. People are like, this is a river?
That's right. That's what I first said when I moved to the city. I was like, they're like, do you see the LA River? I was like, where? I see concrete.
Yeah.
You mean that big gutter?
Yeah.
Me and Nikki are looking at houses lately, and this guy's like, oh, it's great. It's right by the LA River. And I'm like,
Hey, that area's coming up though.
I know what that means,
Coming
buddy.
up though.
You mean homeless highway?
yeah, right. Exactly.
You just slapped him at that point. Like, don't you fucking talk to me like a child.
I would say, you know what he should have said is like, yo, they filmed Terminator 2 in there.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm like, oh shit. Exactly.
Drive was filmed in there.
Fast and Furious?
See, that's better though.
GTA?
A writer tricked TripAdvisor into making his shed a #1 ranked restaurant in London.
I feel
His
like you're gonna love this. You're gonna love
He's a
this
troll.
story.
He's a master. I love this guy already.
Pretty fucking good, yeah.
So this guy, he's a freelance writer. He writes for Vice. We talked about him before. His name is Uba Butler. He's 26 years old. We talked about him before. He was the guy that let his Instagram followers dictate his life for a day.
Oh, cool.
That was very recent. Yeah, so he claims that before he got steady writing jobs, that he used to make side money by writing fake reviews for restaurant owners on TripAdvisor for like 10.
So like restaurant owners will pay reviewers to pump up their stuff?
Yeah, and so he would charge 10 pounds per post, and like he wouldn't even eat at these places. He would just be writing reviews. He says this about TripAdvisor. Quote, this convinced me that TripAdvisor was a false reality, that the meals never took place, that the reviews were all written by other people like me. However, they're not, of course. They're almost all completely genuine. And there was one other factor that seemed impossible to fake, the restaurants themselves. So I moved on. And then one day, sitting in the shed I live in, I had a revelation. Within the current climate of misinformation and society's willingness to believe absolute bullshit, maybe a fake restaurant is possible. Maybe it's exactly the kind of place that could be a hit. In that moment, it became my mission. With the help of fake reviews, mystique, and nonsense, I was gonna do it. Turn my shed into London's top-rated restaurant on TripAdvisor, which he did. So
That's great.
So he created a fake restaurant and got all of his homies to like write fake reviews?
That's
yeah, and it
great.
bumped him up to the #1.
Why? Because
spot.
other people started writing reviews?
Yeah, because other people just, I guess for some reason, they just felt like they
I
were right.
never used TripAdvisor for
Think about the top-rated restaurant though, and like how many comments that would have, like 400.
on TripAdvisor.
Like you could catch up to that pretty
It's out
quickly.
of 18,000 restaurants. He got to #1.
That's amazing.
And none of the reviews, they just made up like they ate there.
He got his friends to like write fake reviews, and they would upload fake photos, and like he just created an entire.
But there were other people that just started writing stuff, or
Yeah, because he was saying that there were people writing like he had never even met, or like they didn't even know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no different than the Yellow Pages, right? Like what was the Yellow Pages? Like you had to pay to get in the Yellow Pages, and if you paid a certain amount of money, you got a better spot. It's the same shit, but everyone acts like it's so much better. Like it's still the same thing. Same as it ever was. It's just people paying for reviews to get you to the top, to get to the top of the.
I miss the Yellow Pages because we used to prank call like so many people on the white pages of the Yellow Pages, and then like I would sit there and before Yelp, before all this stuff, I would like look page to page at all the different businesses, and then I found this thing called the military surplus, and I didn't know what that was, but I just saw like guns and like army shit, and I begged my dad to take me there, and I was like, what the fuck, you could buy army stuff? It was the best day of my life.
I used to go through the white pages and look for my crushes, so I can call them, but I could never find them.
You're a stalker, dude.
I was, because I realized later on that it's probably gonna be listed under the parent's name. Oh. And so my second grade crush isn't gonna be listed in the white pages, but I would go through all of them.
That's why I would just follow my second grade crush wherever she went. It's just way easier. Just way easier to manage. Yeah.
Yeah, so this dude, he created fake photos of 5-star meals with household items like bleach, shaving foam, paint. In one photo, he even used like his foot. So I'll show you here. So this is the shed at Dulwich, which is the name of
The Shed.
his restaurant. So this is his backyard. For his menu, so he created an entire website. He created a logo, everything with help of friends. And for his menu, they would serve up moods instead of like actual dishes. So for example,
We serve moods.
it would be like lust. And lust would be like rabbit kidneys on toast seasoned with saffron and oyster bisques, served with a side of pomegranate souffle. Empathetic, contemplation, love, comfort.
That sounds like a fucking restaurant in LA.
It does, yeah.
A cafe gratitude where you have to walk in there and tell them what you're grateful for you to get served food. How about this? I give you money, give me my fucking food, bitch.
How about, I'm grateful that I only had to pay $100 for parking, bitch. Let me sit down.
Yeah. Like they said, they're like, so what are you grateful for today? I'm like, get the fuck out of my face and give me my food. How about that, bitch?
And like, sir, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. You're being an asshole.
It's the vegan spot, right?
It's a vegan spot where, by the way, their food is not that good. And, well, opinion. It's opinion.
Did you order lust or did you order jealousy?
I ordered hater, which is a big steak. It's a very interesting experience. I understand what they're trying to do. It's just I don't like it.
Yeah, so Uba, he said that his restaurant is an appointment-only restaurant located in South London, and that it has been operating privately for years. And so in 2017, they decided to open the doors, and as of November that year, it was TripAdvisor's #1 rated restaurant in London. So he bought a burner phone so he could register the phone number for the restaurant, and he got a fuck ton of calls. People were crazy trying to book reservations, trying to get into this.
Well, if it's the #1 spot in like London,
Dude, I would
These are the photos of his food.
Yeah.
So,
You know what? He did a good job making it look like fine dining or something.
but the actual ingredients are these things.
What the fuck?
This guy's tight.
What is it?
That's awesome.
It's
Bleach, dude. That's
Yeah.
power.
Bleach for your toilet.
It's a bleach tablet.
That's fucking
bleach,
awesome.
shaving foam, black pepper, and I don't know what that other thing is.
This guy is fucking cool.
And then this one,
That actually looks kind of good. It's
like
like
a
a
yummy
pizookie.
dessert.
Doesn't it look like a? What is that? Not a cookie, but like a brownie with ice cream.
That's what he's trying to make it look like, but it's actually like shaving foam.
And bleach.
Yeah, more bleach.
Jesus.
And then they
Spray paint the
painted it.
bleach.
And then like this one looks
That looks like an egg.
So this is for his website. He doesn't bring this out to guests who come.
No one comes.
So okay, so nobody comes.
It's a fake restaurant. No one even
It's an
comes.
appointment-only restaurant. It's
Oh,
just
so he
trying to-
never gave the address.
No, never.
Oh, I see.
We got booked out for the next 40 years.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
that. Right.
but this photo is really his foot.
And an egg on the side.
Yeah,
His foot is either blown out or he's dead.
Did he have a job at this time, or was he just like so bored? He was just out of his bored.
so, well, he's a freelance writer.
Oh, at that time he was, yeah.
Well, he still is. So then,
So if it's my dad, that means he doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
Like exactly.
so for a few months, there were a lot of people trying to get reservations to this place. There's just all this hype created around this fake restaurant. So then, finally, he decided to actually open the restaurant for one night only. And so he tried to recreate the experience that all these fake reviews were saying. And so he said this, quote, "We serve people ready meals dressed up as fancy meals. We used edible flowers. We had a DJ for ambiance. We had chickens there that people could theoretically select for their meal, kind of like how some restaurants have lobsters in a tank. It was really just a collection of chairs in a garden shed, but all of them left saying how nice it was." And so he didn't charge anyone for a meal because he said that he was documenting it for a TV show. And so he had people,
Oh, they're gonna be looking like fools.
well, he blurred out their faces.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you guys some photos of that night when he finally opened. So he hired like some friends, like actors, to pretend that they were also patrons of that
Because
restaurant.
people are just gonna be a part of that. They're just gonna bandwagon it. You know?
Yeah, Zamber has
That's
no
exactly
clothes
what's
there.
happening to this restaurant.
It's
Yeah.
like that when they went to McDonald's and they went to that food fair and they chopped up all the chicken nuggets and they were serving it to all these like highbrow connoisseurs and they're like, oh, it's amazing, the texture.
Or like box wine, trying to pass it as fancy.
That's fucking Yelp culture, though. 100%. They come in and they act like they know everything, and you know, like even like when I hear people talk about wine, it's like, bitch, you don't know shit.
It's like a cigarette,
I
dude.
drink wine
like,
all the time. I still don't know
like-
shit.
You know what though? I thought the same shit, and then I watched this documentary called Psalm, where these cats are blindfolding themselves and like trying different wines.
Well, I'm talking about them. it's just like
They
for
know
me,
their shit.
Like
They're like, oh, 1923
though.
winter.
They'll
And it was
know.
like,
They'll know the season, the region, the area, and they could guess it pretty fucking well.
It's crazy.
It's funny too, like how they describe it. It's like freshly cut tires, grass in the wind.
Ooh, an effusive cherry taste. It's like, what? What does effusive even mean? You can.
I don't know what that fucking word means too. And these people try to kill themselves and they don't fucking pass that shit either.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then they leave their wives and their kids at home and they like go try to be a som. Because if you get the gig, it's like 100 G's a year or something.
Yeah. And there's only a few that are like elite like that in the world. Because you don't even have the palate for it.
Yeah, so here's some photos.
I don't. I have a palate for Monster energy drinks. You know. I'm like, this is the red one. No. Wait, this is the blue one.
Sugar free.
Yeah.
The white can is my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
canned
favorite
in
one.
2011.
Yeah, so he set up a table and some chairs and like actors on the roof of his house so it could look like extra
This guy's dope.
fancy. And then so he had people meet near his house because he didn't give them the exact address, so he would meet them all and then blindfold them and then
Holy
walk
shit.
them over.
Ooh, how fun.
Yeah, walk them over to his house.
That's a kidnapping.
And so this is like the meal. So it was just ready, like microwave meals.
If
like,
Casey blindfolded you and tried to take you to a restaurant and you knew Casey was being blindfolded as well, you would not. You'd be no go, right?
She would actually
I
do it
would.
because she
You would go.
I do. Probably.
Nikki would be like, "Fucking get me out of here."
Well, she's been kidnapped like 7 times.
Who, me? Probably. I just don't remember.
I'm like, dang, I don't know, maybe she. I'm like, we've hung out a couple times. I don't.
It's like,
I
damn.
don't know a full story. I'm gonna make fun if she has been.
I almost did once, but
Yeah.
luckily nothing happened. Yeah. So then here's the DJ,
Look at that piece of shit. That's so funny.
and then here are the people that they don't know that they're being the subject of this whole thing. And they were saying, like, he was just mentioning in his article too, like there was one couple that you could tell that they were just disappointed. This other couple were like, well, can we book in advance? Since
Can I book my wedding here?
Yeah, like they were just like, we loved it, it was nice. Can we book the next reservation?
Do you think the disappointed couple's like, we're just in some guy's backyard? You know? Do you think they had that conversation?
Probably. Yeah, so here's on TripAdvisor, it reached #1 out of 18,092 restaurants in London.
That guy's a genius.
Yeah, you're saying that there were celebrities calling, like just everyone was trying to get reservations.
Hugh Grant wanted in. You know, who's a celebrity in London? I'm trying to think.
Like Jude Law.
Yeah, Drew
Gordon Ramsay.
There you go. That's it.
Simon Cowell.
Yeah, so TripAdvisor ended up deleting the page, and so for his piece here, he asked TripAdvisor, and so TripAdvisor had a statement for this. They said, generally, the only people who create fake restaurant listings are journalists in misguided attempts to test us. As there is no incentive for anyone in the real world to create a fake restaurant, it is not a problem we experience with our regular community. Therefore, this test is not a real world example. That was their
But
statement.
it got to #1.
Yeah.
It is a real world.
Yeah,
It's a great example.
because he asked them like, how could he like sidestep all of their.
Because there's no checks and balances.
Right.
Exactly. That's what he's trying to prove. Yelp, any of these things, it's not
media.
regulated.
Yeah.
Yeah.